afternoon, good evening, whenever you might be listening to this. I am your host, SuttonDef, and you are listening to Sutton Reactions. This is a new show, episode 4, the fourth installment of this show, where I will be reacting to a bunch of just different random stuff. You know, if you've seen the first 3 episodes, it's already been a lot of fun. There's been like a wide range of stuff that we've kind of talked about on this show so far, and it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. So if you do want to send some topics or some things that you would want me to discuss or maybe react to, make sure you send them to SuttonDef at SuttonDef, that is, on X or Instagram. My DMs are open, and you can go ahead and drop in whatever you would like to talk about, chat about in there. Also, in the live chat right now, I do have the link to the actual Sutton Reactions channel, because a lot of you I know are probably watching from the Purple Rain Podcast YouTube channel, but this show specifically, Sutton Reactions, won't always be on PRP. So if you do want to continue to follow this show in the future, I'll probably do this maybe for maybe a couple more weeks. I have to see how it goes, but make sure you click on the link in the live chat right now. Even if you're part of the hashtag replay gang, it should be in there, the live chat, but it'll also be in the description if you're watching the replay gang as well. You can click on that link, subscribe to that channel as well. I've got about 50 subs over there, so you know we got to grow that. We got to grow that, guys. Got my guy Coach in the house, Sip 2 Tally Films. What's up, man? What's going on, Coach? Happy Friday to you. Got a little drink in hand right here. It's a little brewski right here with the little Lamar Jackson koozie. So you know I'm sipping today. I'm sipping today. Sipping and reacting. That's what we doing. That's what we doing. Shout out to you for coming through, man. Let me see. Void in the house. What's going on, Void? Says, can't say you didn't know what would have happened if you bet on Tampa Bay. Hey, man, that was a good game. That was a good game. I was surprised. I didn't think that Atlanta would come back and get the dub, but they did. And we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it because I had a lot of thoughts. I had some thoughts about that go-ahead touchdown catch by Kyle Pitts, especially in the wake or the aftermath, if you will, of the Baltimore Ravens getting absolutely screwed over last Sunday against the Pittsburgh Steelers on that Isaiah Likely overturned touchdown. So, you know, but it is what it is. By the way, guys, if you're watching live, you're part of the live. Normally I do these in the morning. My electrical company was doing some maintenance or whatnot in the neighborhood, and so it knocked everybody's power out in my neighborhood for like the last 4 hours. I was ready to go live at like 8 a.m. this morning, but it's been off since then. It just came on now. It's about noon here in Texas, but we're here. We're here. So let's go ahead and get into what we came to get in here too. Sutton Reactions episode 4. Make sure you guys like the video as well. We'd appreciate that. We got a lot of things to get into. First thing though, first order of business, I want to talk about, again, this Kyle Pitts quote unquote touchdown that happened last night. I made a tweet this morning talking about this, and it's kind of blowing up right now, and people are all over my mentions talking about whether or not this was a touchdown or not. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. So this is actually from a video that I recorded last night, and if you can see there, and this is in slow motion, I'll pause it for you guys. Don't worry, I'm going to let it play all the way through just for a second. But I was pissed when I saw this. I was pissed when I saw this because there's just no way that you can call that a touchdown definitively, right? You can definitively like say it's clear and obvious, right? That, I mean, that shouldn't be overturned. Let's take another look. Hold on. Let's take a look. Okay. Matter of fact, let me do this on here. Let's see. One more time, because I want to pause it. Let's see. Let's see. So you see right here, Kyle Pitts, his left ass cheek and his right elbow are about to hit the ground simultaneously. And the rules analyst in this game said that verbatim. He said this: if 2 point of contacts hit the ground at the same time, and one of those point of contacts is inbounds and one of the point of contacts is out of bounds, it's an incomplete catch. So in this case, you can see this is right before it's about to happen. Let's go ahead and fast forward just a little bit more. Right here. Right here. This is where the butt cheek touches down. And some people are trying to tell me, oh, the butt cheek clearly came down first. Okay, if you want to count his equipment, as in his towel, like the back towel that Kyle Pitts was wearing, then sure, that came down first. But if we're talking about his actual physical ass, that came down at the exact same time as this elbow that clearly landed out of bounds. Now, they called this a touchdown on the field, and they reviewed it, and they said that it wasn't clear enough to overturn it, when the rules analyst literally told us on the Amazon Prime Video broadcast last night that if they land at the same time, which right here, I can argue very strongly that it did. I just, I would probably have kept it a touchdown too. But again, I related back to the Isaiah Likely thing from last week and other plays from this season as well, where the calls just haven't been as consistent. This is a perfect example right here of the NFL deferring to the officiating crew on the field and not getting their dirty hands involved with every single little call. Hey, you called this a touchdown on the field? Could we technically call this an incomplete pass? Yeah, we could. But it was kind of bang, bang in the moment. You guys are there on the field. We trust you guys. That's what the NFL decided to do last night for the Atlanta Falcons. But they decided to go the other direction last week when it was Ravens versus Steelers. And this is what pisses me off. It's just, again, the inconsistencies in the officiating in this league. How was that a touchdown, but Likely's wasn't? This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. What's going on, Zeke? Thea Pino, what up? Mrs. Lovely, what's up? Happy Friday, you guys. Happy weekend. But yeah, you guys get my point. You guys get my point. This is just, I don't understand how the NFL expects us to continue to cherish and revere this game as something of like, the highest standard of professional sports and entertainment, when we constantly see, again, the inconsistencies in their calls. Like, a lot of this stuff is subjective. A lot of this stuff is just like hot and cold. One day we feel like this and we want to really be involved with the game and make our own calls, talking about the NFL, the guys up in New York. And then the next day or the next week, they say, you know what, this week we're going to back off a little bit. Let the refs, just trust the refs on the field. If we really see something that's in the rule book that we could turn it over, turn the call over, we'll defer to the refs this time. It's crazy just how often they switch up. That's my point. They switch up. Let me see. World Class 9. What's up? RJ. What's going on, RJ? Says finally caught a live, man. I've been locked in still. RJ, you're new to this one then. So this is Sutton Reactions, where I don't talk about Baltimore Ravens, maybe here and there a little bit, but I basically react to everything else. So if you're new here, like RJ, appreciate you for coming through. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to this channel if you're watching on Purple Rain. But also, if you look in the live chat, if you scroll up in the live chat, you can see the link to the actual Sutton Reactions YouTube channel, because I'll only be streaming over there for this show pretty soon. But shout out to you, RJ, for coming back through. Appreciate it. World Class says the mob is making these decisions now, I think. I mean, I can agree. Somebody, there's got to be influence coming from somewhere. I know that much. Sip to Tally says happy hour for me in 40 minutes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. RJ says, oh, no, I know, my guy. I've been locked in every video. Hashtag replay gang. That's what I'm talking about. Taurus, what up, Taurus? It's a touchdown, right? I would have called it a touchdown on the field, too. In real time, it looked like bang, bang, got the butt in. Upon further review, you can see the elbow clearly lands down at the same time as the butt. And the rule says if that happens, it's an incomplete pass. But hey, you called it a touchdown on the field already, so why not keep it a touchdown? And I asked the NFL, why not keep that same energy? Why not keep that same energy? Just across the board. That's all I ask for. I don't ask for too much. I'm not a begging man. I'm not. I'm just asking for the NFL to have some goddamn integrity, and have us be able to, as longtime fans who watch the sport, don't have us, having our intelligence insulted every week. It's infuriating. Love the sport. Love the sport. But sometimes the product lacks because of these inconsistencies. That's what I'll say. But okay, let's go ahead and move on here. I don't want to spend too much time on football stuff, so we'll move on. Let me see. So one thing that I saw this morning, right? I saw there was a new trailer released for a new DC movie. I mean, I talked about it the other day. I like superhero movies like DC, Marvel. I love all that. But yesterday I saw a trailer for a Supergirl. The new, in the Superman universe, Superman came out with a movie earlier this year. I liked it. I didn't love it. And they teased Supergirl at the end of it, so I knew that was coming next. But yesterday they released the trailer for it, and I want to go ahead and react to it in real time with you guys. So let's go ahead and take a look. Supergirl.
You managed to get most of it on the paper this time. Good job, buddy. Hi, cars are out.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Talk about kaboom. Oh my goodness. RJ Oria dropping the 100-piece super chat donation. Woo! That is crazy. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you, man. Big round of applause. RJ making it rain here. RJ absolutely making it rain here on the Purple Rain podcast. He's a true Purple Rain pioneer, longtime viewer of the show, longtime supporter. RJ, we appreciate you. And I've missed seeing you in the live chats. I have. Me and Alex in the live shows as well. But I'm glad to know that you are a part of the hashtag replay gang. So shout out to the entire replay gang as well. If you're not watching live, shout out to you. But RJ, appreciate that, brother. That's all love. He says, keep going, my guy. I will, man. I can't stop. Love the community too much for it. I love the community too much. And I honestly started this show here, the Sutton Reaction show. So when the football season is done and over, we're right back into that, 7-8 months with no football. Feels like the season's flown by. There'll still be something here on this channel coming from me that we can lock into together. So appreciate you guys joining me on the journey. RJ, appreciate you for joining us on the journey, man, and appreciate you for that super chat donation. That is absolutely huge. We're gonna keep this on the screen too. We're gonna keep that up there. Let me see. JD says, what's good, Sutton? What's going on, JD? Zeke says, I had to pause it. Yeah, I had to pause it. And had to pause it. Let's get back to the trailer, though. I'm gonna leave it up there. Let's get back to the trailer, though. Shout out to RJ again. All right.
Hereby declare the 23 will be the best year yet. Let's be honest, babe. It's not a very high bar to clear.
I didn't know any of you were still alive. What was it like to lose everything in a day?
Tom didn't die in a day. The gods are not that kind. Okay, this does not look like this is gonna end well. For you guys.
Do others on your planet have powers like you?
know, it's a pretty small group of two.
What's Superman like?
Ooh, y'all saw that? I don't know if y'all saw that. Jason Momoa is about to be in this movie. Apparently, he's going to be the main villain in this one. I think he goes by Lobo. He goes by Lobo. Here he is right here. First look
What's
at Jason Momoa in this movie. I looked up Lobo and who he was because I was very intrigued to see, because apparently Jason Momoa is saying like he was born to play this type of character. Again, he's the villain. He's like one of those like mercenary villains who he's a gun for hire, you know, just a badass overall. He's got super strength, super speed. In some comics, he literally matched Superman. And in this movie, I guess he's going to be going up against Supergirl, and we'll see, you know, how that goes. But and he's also a biker too. He's also a biker. So somebody put it in the comments. They said, imagine if like Deadpool and Wolverine had a baby, and that baby was raised by like vicious bikers, like savage bikers, you know. And I was thinking about that, and I was like, that actually, I mean, that could make for a pretty compelling villain. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure in this movie, they're going to have him be a little bit funny while also being like a savage again. And I feel like he's going to be kicking a lot of ass. And it'll be interesting to see, again, how Supergirl responds to that. Supergirl is Superman's cousin, by the way, I also read. So Superman's uncle, this is his daughter, Supergirl.
What's Superman like?
He sees the good in everyone. And I see the truth.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, that looks kind of fire. I might have to go check it out. Well, I probably will. I saw the Superman movie from earlier this year. And again, like I said, I liked it, but I didn't love it because I felt like it was a little bit too much of Superman being emotional as opposed to being like the badass, you know, Superman who just, again, I said it the other day, like a stoic, you know what I mean? And then again, I also thought that what's his name? Lex Luthor wasn't that compelling in that movie either. So let me see. World Class says he can't die. Oh yeah, I did read that about Lobo as well. I read that he cannot die. He is immortal. Well, he can't stay dead. I think you can kill him, but he can't stay dead is what I read, which is crazy. Which is crazy. But I can't wait for this though. World Class says it looks whack to me. You know, on the first watch of the trailer, I thought the same thing, but then I had to look into who the villain was, and I thought, okay, I can kind of get behind this, you know. I feel like Hollywood is really leaning into, you know, the female lead role, and especially these action movies and, you know, the superhero movies, and having them be kind of like the badass who can walk through, you know, droves of men trying to hurt her and whatnot. And we saw that. I think I saw that. I noticed that earlier this year when I saw Ballerina, the John Wick story. You know, it's just like a bunch of scenes where, you know, you got this girl kicking ass, right? And it's a big part of, I think the director, because I want to say it's James Gunn for this movie as well. But the director was saying like we normally see superhero movies when it comes to women, like women superheroes, they always have to be super serious and super buttoned up. You know, you think about the Wonder Woman movie with Gal Gadot, and then you know, like the Fantastic Four movie, things like that. But this girl here in Supergirl, she seems like a little bit of like a little degenerate, you know, like an outcast almost, a little bit like lazy. You saw in the beginning of the trailer, she's like oversleeping and all that sort of stuff. I'm pretty sure she probably gets drunk or something like that a time or two in this movie. World Class says, watch how she'd be a lesbian. Hey, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. But I mean, it wouldn't shock me if there was like another female love interest in it. But I feel as though that would be a little bit too pushy. Don't you think? Like, I think that they're a little bit smarter than that. You know, the directors, like, if you make the #1 American superhero, or even like the adjacent to that, which would be Supergirl, because I'm talking about Superman here. If you make Superman's adjacent gay, a lot of people would have an issue with that. A lot of people would have an issue with that. But hey, it could happen. It's definitely not off the table. But there will be some trouble. There will be some controversy around that for sure. Zeke says, Sutton, how do you feel about Spider Noir? I don't think I've seen that one yet. I don't think I've seen that trailer yet. Got to look into that. World Class says you're giving them too much credit. I don't know. Hey, trust me, if they do that and you're right, hey, man, I hope you're still in the stream, and I'll give you your props. But I don't think they have that. I don't think they have the balls. I don't. But yeah, Supergirl, I'll definitely go check it out. Why not, right? Let's move along here. So I wanted to react to this. 21 Savage came out with a new album today, I believe. And one of the songs had Drake on it. And there was a music video that came out with it. And I wanted to react to it live here on camera with y'all. And let me know if you think this is fire or this is trash. There's been some mixed reviews online, but let's take a listen. This is the new 21 Savage featuring Drake. I think it's called Mr. Recoup.
Just bought a pair of new gym fucking socks. Charles Tyler Perry, he made plays for the block. Wasn't even about to rap on this, but it knocks. Where you tryna go, cause it's smoke at the top. Spade at the party, throw them bitches in a truck. We was just on Young Street, they was eating it up. My life.
So, really quick, the flow is very, very basic. You know what I'm saying? Flow is very basic, but like, and the beat is very basic as well. But something about it, I don't know. I think it's the 808s. It's that that's hard. That little 808 synth in the background. I kind of like that. Drake's verse, his lyrics on this, I'm not really, and the flow is like, okay. But I like the production on it so far. Let's keep listening. Y'all think it's trash? Let's keep listening.
Eating it up. My life ain't a movie, bitch. It's just us. They can't find a shooter, bitch. Cause it's us. It was us.
Nigga shot my brother, now I don't know who to trust. My ass be so broke that we been shooting at the bus. Bro say play it patient, nah dog, I'm in a rush. I'm tryna book, ayy. I'm tryna shoot, he tryna clutch, ayy. I'm tryna add him to the list like a deluxe, ayy. I'm tryna watch the windshield.
Hey, 21 came in actually sliding. I'm not gonna lie to you. 21 came in sliding on that. He said, I'm going to add him to the list like a deluxe album. I mean, hey, look, 21, I mean, I feel like he stayed relevant because he stayed just good enough, if that makes sense. I don't think he's like the best rapper, but like on tracks like this, he's got enough like punchlines and memorable lines where it's like, okay, he can hang with some of the bigger dogs in the trap game, not just the overall hip hop game, but he can kind of hang with some of the dogs in the trap game. But 21 for sure. Let's keep listening.
The windshield far from off his truck, ayy. I'm trying to smack his twin and show him it wasn't luck, pussy.
Alice Moss, that's a really big chain.
Okay, Drake.
Really, it's no wonder why my neck is in pain. Damn, Ice Man, your initials just changed. Mr. Recoup, that's my other nickname. Spade at the party, long wheelbase range. Chances are I'll probably never see these hoes again.
Yeah, y'all tripping if y'all don't think that beat is hard. I mean, I don't like Drake's verse on this. So far, I mean, he's doing what I guess he needs to do. But with what he's saying here, let's keep listening before I get my last take on Drake.
No face beat, that's my motherfucking hitter. Drake is your daddy and he couldn't find a sitter.
Every single year, what I'm grossing, nigga, bigger. If I really pop.
See, 21 came in and saved the day. Drake was ass on this. I will say that. The fall off is coming soon for Drake. And I'm a huge Drake fan. One of the biggest. And for a long time I've been a Drake fan. But it's just like the things that he's saying and the way that he's saying things nowadays, it feels like he's just a little bit out of touch, a little bit off beat, a little bit off key in this verse. And again, like I said, a little bit out of touch. And I just feel like at some point, Father Time is undefeated. And at some point in time, you got to give up the reins, man. You got to give up the throne. We'll see what he does on his next album on Iceman. I mean, I can't wait to listen to that. But what I hear on this, it sounds like some half-ass shit, to be honest with you. It sounds very half-ass. So, but that's just me. But 21, again, came right back in, started sliding, and saved the day.
Really pop it, I had some niggas triggered. My bad. I ain't no real rapper, I'm a fucking grave digger. Pussy. He don't like me cause my niggas killed one of his niggas. Bitch. Pitch black paint, but the seats stay vanilla. Go. I converse with CEOs, you talk on the pillar. Go. Watch me do the training day and smack your main hitter. 21. I got 50-some old schools like my name Spitter. 21. All these niggas cap, they exaggerating hats. Pussy. Go against the mob, you be laying on your back. I don't speculate, if I speak then it's the facts. We the type of niggas cut the tails out the rats. Bitch.
It was us.
Niggas shot brother, now I don't know who to trust. My house be so broke that we been shooting at the bus. Bro say play it patient, nah dog, I'm in a rush, I'm trying to book.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Again, I think my favorite thing about this song is 21 sliding on it. And I know it's his song, so like I guess it's supposed to be that maybe they set it up that way. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Drake threw 21 a lob right here. Everybody knows that this song is going to get the most play because Drake is on it, but Drake just kind of threw him a lob. Drake throws lobs a lot. I don't know if it's him throwing lobs or he's just not as good as before. I think back to For All the Dogs, Drake's last album that he put out. He had the song with J. Cole on it, First Person Shooter. I mean, that was Drake's song, but he clearly got washed by J. Cole on that song. I don't know if you guys remember, but J. Cole came correct. And Drake, he ain't really stand too tall on that song. You know, and it kind of feels the same way here. But if you listen to some of Drake's other songs, like when he's rapping solo, the bars be there. The bars be immaculate. But on some of these, I don't know. I feel like he's falling behind a little bit. That's just me. I would have liked the song more if Drake weren't on it. I think I agree. But that's the thing. Drake being on the song is what gets everybody to listen to this song. This is going to be the #1 song off of this album. Can't get jiggy with it. Sutton, you riding around to this? Probably not. Honestly, I don't really listen to a whole lot of music in the car anymore. I listen to, if it's not R&B, then I'm listening to a podcast or something like that, man. That's just me, you know. Devon says, I'm not a JBP fan, but I want to hear his take on this. Yeah, I'm sure we'll hear it tomorrow on their pod. Tila in the house. Tila M, and the M is for moderator. What's going on, Tila? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. What it do? Weak sauce, says Eli. I feel it. I totally feel it. But, you know, maybe I gotta listen to the rest of this album, because this is the only song I've heard so far. The only song I've heard so far. So, you know, maybe in the next episode I'll give you a reaction. I'll give you a little bit more of a reaction to some of the other ones. But like I said, what I take from this, I think the fall off is coming soon for Drake. I think you're going to see Drake pivot into a different lane, you know, because the music, while he can still make good commercial music, verses like that really make me think that the end is near for him lyrically. You know, I don't think that he's going to be able to smoke all these guys on features for too much longer. You see him like going into acting, kind of dipping his toe back in those waters again, because, you know, he started off as an actor, Aubrey Graham. He might get back to that. I don't know. In his older age, he might not want to rap anymore. I think he puts out this Iceman album, and that might be it. So that's just me though. We'll see. We'll see. All right, let's move on to the next video here that we're going to react to on this episode of the show. Can we get messy? Can we get messy for a minute, y'all? Can we get messy for a minute? Here's something that was sent. I want to bring this up on the screen here, this video. There was a kid's birthday party that took place. And they were playing some not so appropriate music for like a kid's birthday party. And I wanted to see how y'all react to this. Because the way that I reacted to it, let me just play the video. So this kid gets a surprise party. So real quick, right off the bat, if you don't know the song is playing, it's a King Von song. Rest in peace or whatever to King Von. King Von was a trap artist who infamously was also a serial killer, killed multiple people, took multiple lives. But his music was real popular. And I guess it was popular with the kids and this kid who's having his probably maybe 5th or 6th birthday party. So the discourse on Twitter online was like, hey, is this appropriate for a kid's birthday party? And you hear all the adults and then the old folks in the background who clearly, I mean, this guy's got a cup in his hand. They're probably drinking. They probably don't care. They're probably not thinking about it like that. But like, is this appropriate? And if you see the kid, he's like dancing around, having a good time. Let's keep watching. By the way, this looks like the basement of a church, if I'm just being honest with you. And I get it. And I get it. It's like you just want the kid to be happy. You know, it's his birthday. He clearly probably doesn't exactly resonate with the lyrics that are in the song because, I mean, he's like, what, maybe 5, 6 years old. However, this isn't setting up this young black kid for a life of success. I'm just going to say that. There's some, I feel like, and this maybe I'm that friend that's too woke. You guys know that meme? But I feel like there's something about like validating this type of behavior at a young age that like confirms something in a young child's mind and a young child's brain. Like, oh yeah, these lyrics that I'm going to eventually kind of pick up on what exactly they mean. You know, my family celebrated me dancing to these lyrics, although it was a Fortnite dances and I was just bouncing around and whatnot. And, you know, I might not have knew the difference at the time, but like I know now, and I don't see these things as wrong. You know, I just feel like we need to protect the children a little bit more. That's me. That's me. Let me go through these comments in here. World Class says, "Where are the other children?" That's what I'm saying. They sent out the birthday. They sent out the birthday invites, right? They sent out the birthday invites, and it said it was going to be a King Von theme party, and all the parents was like, "Yeah, no, we're not going for that," and rightfully so, because it's just like, come on, man, like we gotta know. Taurus says they praising some bullshit is what they doing. Hey, shout out to Taurus, man. That's exactly what they're doing. Protect the innocence. That's what I'm saying, Devon. Protect the innocence. Devon Johnson says, we all grew up in this. We all had to dance for company. I won't put my kids through this. Like, oh yeah, do that little dance you be doing. Yeah. We all went through that. I feel you, Devon. I feel you. But yeah, I mean, again, it's just Mox. All the other children were ops. Yeah, no, but in all seriousness, guys, it is promoting degenerate behavior. You know, this is King Von. I don't know exactly how many bodies this guy had, but like, if you want your children listening to and dancing to and growing up thinking that this type of behavior and those type of lyrics are okay, those type of stories are okay to tell and listen to, I mean, you're just doing something wrong. There's plenty of other songs that kid could bounce around to exactly like that. You know what I mean? Like it sounds like the kid likes the bass in the song and the music more than the actual lyrics themselves. I don't necessarily know. I mean, it actually is a whole King Von themed party, which is crazy. Which is crazy. Let me see if I can rewind to that part where there was literally the things on the tables. Let me see the little decorations on the tables. Okay, there we go. Right there. So you see right there on the table. I think that's I can't tell, but it looks like it from a distance. Or that might be a gift bag with a King Von themed gift. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, but nah, man. We got to get the kids back on, you know, something less vulgar, something less, violent. That's just me. That's just me. Let's get off that though. Like I said, I want to get messy. Let's stay messy. Let's stay messy. Let's go to. We have a woman talking about why she doesn't want to date black men anymore. Let's take a listen.
And just dating black men, like, I'm over it. Like, black men just can't get my time no more. I've been dating black men my whole life, and honestly, it has gotten me absolutely nowhere but fucked. Like, it is just BS. I'm so over it, y'all. I started dating Asian men out of nowhere. I literally was dating an Asian man for a whole week. We went on dates straight. Courting, gentleman, just everything. Older, established. Like, these black men be on the internet flexing like they got it so good. They got it. They swear they got it. The moment you ask them for some money, it's a problem. It's this, that. Like, why are you out here flexing, but you can't even give me $1,500 off the rip when I ask. Oh,
$1,500
babe,
off
can I
the
have
rip?
$1,500? Oh, it's excused. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna send it soon. Oh, yeah, I got you.
$1,500?
Never sends it. Then, something came up, and blah, blah, blah. Like, what? I can't ask you for $1,500. Babe, my 2 car seats in the back together are over $1,000. I can't ask you for $1,500. What am I gonna do with you?
The 2 car seats?
Pass me the CEOs. Pass me the men who want to have a wife and children and a home. Like, not all this flexing in the club every weekend. Not all this BS. I'm so good.
My thing is, real quick. My thing is, she's talking about she's been with like Asian men and all these other men of different cultures and whatnot. Why didn't those relationships last? Like I'm not the type of person who says that you have to like date within your race. And I'm pretty sure this young lady probably identifies as black herself. But I'm not the type of person that says like you have to date within your race and all this, all that sort of stuff. You love who you love. I got done talking about that yesterday on the show. But it's like, if you were in these relationships with these guys who were giving you $1,500, just off the rip, what happened to those? I mean, you said you've gotten everything with black guys. Like, you've got nothing with black guys but fucked. And you're saying that, I guess, with these other guys, you were still getting fucked, but you were getting $1,500 when you asked for it too. It sounds like all in all, and I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she definitely for damn sure ain't messing with no broke nothing. I'm not even just gonna say niggas, but I'm just gonna say like in general, not no broke nothing. And I also kind of don't understand posting this sort of stuff online, because all it does is just like make you look like a weirdo who cannot hold a man down to save your life, and that kind of lowers your value, lowers your chances of actually finding what you want. So it seems like, again, hustling backwards, counterproductive in a huge way. Let me see. Sounds like they were doing their she's the problem. Humans are built for all terrain. If you know what I mean. Race should not matter. Did she say she got 2 car seats for $1,000? She said 2 car seats for $1,000. For $1,000. Like, since when are car seats $1,000? Since when is what I'm trying to figure it out. Mog says it's marketing to them at the time. But how, though? How is getting on the internet and literally crying about men not giving you enough money, how is that marketing? If anything, men are going to be like, I don't want to be anywhere near that. Because you're telling us right here in front of our faces, like, where your mindset is at, like where your morals are at, where your priorities lie. And money's super important, don't get me wrong. But it sounds like, got a couple kids, not really, because she's talking about like who are the men who like want to build, and like I guess she's looking to be a housewife, basically. And maybe she's not in the position or in those spaces to find the caliber of man that she wants, who's only going to be, loyal to her and all. So I don't know, maybe this is marketing to her and she feels like this is the best way. World Class says, you tell 93 Octane Cardi B to get the fuck out of here. Oh my gosh. The Simps. Yeah. The Simps would definitely go for this. I think the Simps would go for this all day. We talked about transactional relationships yesterday. And this definitely speaks to that. This speaks to that. I mean, 100%. Like, she's looking for somebody who literally will give her money, and in return, she giving up ass. Let's just call it what it is, right? Let's just call it what it is. She's looking for a come up and not love. I mean, I agree. I agree, Tila. I totally agree. But wish nothing but the best for her. Hopefully things get better for her, this young lady. Let's go ahead and get into the next one, right? We're going to stay messy. We're going to stay messy here. All right, here we go. So this is the rapper Game talking about respectful cheating.
I think it's how you cheat. It's the disrespectful cheaters that...
Is there respectful cheating?
There is respectful cheating.
What is respectful cheating?
Respectful cheating is never embarrassing your woman in public or never letting her find out. Now, if she doesn't find out and you've never embarrassed her or nobody could ever bring anything to her that would make you suspect, is it cheating?
Yes.
How? You don't know.
You know. You as
just me.
Yeah, you know, and you're okay with that. That's a problem.
To you.
It's not a problem to you?
Obviously not.
Oh my Lord Jesus.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so that was a lot. Again, rapper Game. Breaking news says that respectful cheating exists. Cheating where basically what he's saying is it's not cheating unless you get caught. You guys know the age-old saying. The problem is that saying exists for games, right? When we're talking about like marriage, we're talking about like legally binding contracts. You know what I mean? And I know some people use that same saying out in the corporate world to do, dirty business deals and things like that. But I'm talking about keep it here. it's not the same. And my problem with what Game is saying here is like he's just kind of oozing a lack of integrity. You know, like if you know in your heart of hearts, and you at the end of the day, you got to talk to God and know that you've been doing wrong by people. I mean, how do you live with that? I mean, just for me, how do you live with that? You know, like you're not. I'm not with that. I'm not with that. You know, and I feel like the Game, the only reason why he's able to speak like this is because I feel like he's at a certain status where, like, for such a long time, he's probably been getting a lot of attention from women and things like that. And of course, he's got a good amount of money to where he can kind of like leverage that. He doesn't feel like he needs to play by the same rules as the average Joe. And that's how a lot of these celebrities, you know, rappers, athletes feel. They feel like, hey, look, I mean, like I got all the resources to where it doesn't really matter what happens in my relationship. Like if I'm committed to you and I go cheat and you decide to leave me, I'm just going to go find the next girl who's lined up. You know, or if I get you pregnant, no biggie, I can still leave you, pay you your child support. I'm good. No sweat off my back. I got the resources. You know, so it kind of develops this mindset of like, yeah, I should be able to do whatever I want. I should be able to react and act on impulse. That's basically what it is. I have the resources to react on impulse and throw caution to the wind. And whatever consequences come with it, again, I have the resources to solve it. That's where this type of mindset comes from. That's what it feels like to me, guys. That's what it feels like to me. Let's see what you guys are saying here in the chat about it. World Class says, I tell him all the time, I'm not monogamous. It ain't happening. Yeah. So what are you polyamorous or whatever? Or polygamous? World Class? I want to know now. I want to know. I want to know. Let me see. Swingers were ahead of their time. Oh my gosh, you guys are crazy. Tila says, if I plagiarized on my paper, but the teacher didn't find out, is that cheating? Yes. I mean, if you bend the rules, regardless of if somebody were to find out or not, it's still cheating. You know what I mean? It's like when the people used to say, like, if a tree falls in the middle of the woods or whatever, and nobody's around to hear it, like, did it actually fall or did it make a sound? It's like, yes. It just nobody found out about it. It still happened. Just nobody was there to witness. You know, the lack of a witness does not mean that, you know, it doesn't negate the cheating part. Integrity is a thing, guys. Integrity is a thing. I'm sorry, but it is. It is. Respectful cheating. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Then she tries slide in man who want to be married in a family at the end. Nah, man, get out of here. That was crazy. That was crazy. But again, man, I mean, guys like this, again, he's a rapper. He's got face tattoos, for crying out loud. I mean, the guy is like, how old is the Game? Let me see how old he is. How old is he? Game is 46. Game is pushing 50. And he's still got the straight backs. You know what I'm saying? He's got the full beard going. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but he's definitely like holding on to the younger days. And that bachelor type of lifestyle is what I'm trying to say. A lot of these guys do that. A lot of them do that. So, hey, is what it is. But there's definitely no such. This was all troll. This was all troll. I'm gonna just say that. Classy cheating at his big age. Is it still a cheat day if no one saw you pig out? Yeah, exactly, Mugs. Exactly, man. Integrity exists. Integrity exists. But I'll go ahead and I'll leave that there. Let me see. Let me get that off of the screen. Let's bring us back to our main cam here. That was all the videos I had lined up for today. Again, if you want to send topics to the show, if you want me to react to some different things, make sure you send them to @SuttonDef on Twitter or Instagram. Again, my DMs are open on there. If you want to send me viral videos, topics, things that you just, again, want me to react to, make sure you go ahead and send them there. Also, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel as well. We'd appreciate that. If you guys got any questions, anything, throw them in the live chat before we get out of here. Throw them in the live chat. If you got any last minute questions, cheat with your pinky up is crazy. Taurus says free Diddy. Nah, bruh. Nah, bruh. I don't know if y'all saw that new documentary. I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard some really bad things. I've heard some egregious things. I'm almost scared to watch it because I don't want to be disgusted, any more disgusted with that guy than I am. Void talking truth now. Says if you miss a block and the QB doesn't get sacked, did you not miss? He talking. Hey, y'all saw that Daniel Falele highlight where he got blown right by and Lamar Jackson was still able to make a play to likely down the field. That was still a miss by Falele. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys get the point. You guys get the point. You get the point. Finna be playing Coming Home on release day. What is Coming Home? What is that? What is that? I'm not sure what that is. You gotta let me know in the chat. But all right. I think we're gonna go ahead and leave it there since I don't see any questions coming through right now. If you do have any questions, make sure you put them down in the comment section. Be much appreciated. Again, happy Friday, peeps. Hopefully our Ravens, for those of you guys who are in here who are Ravens fans, hopefully we can get a dub this week. Of course, I'll be live after the games and things like that. But I appreciate you guys for coming through to this episode of Sutton Reactions. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel as well. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.